Okay, so you know how it feels on Instagram lately, your feed. There's absolutely jammed trying to stand out, to actually grow your followers. Uh, it can feel impossible, like shouting in a hurricane.
Totally. It's crowded out there.
But what if there was, like, a secret weapon? A
Yeah.
really smart approach a lot of creators are using now to genuinely cut through all that noise and see some, real growth.
Hmm.
And actually, if you're looking to maybe supercharge your social media reach, get discovered a bit faster, you might want to check out a site like rapidboost.net. Just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, and what's really interesting here is how Instagram stories, this feature that feels so quick, so temporary, has actually become this um, incredibly powerful tool for building a real audience.
Exactly. And that's what we're really going to dive into today. Strategies that work right now to rapidly boost your Instagram followers, specifically using stories.
Yeah.
We get it. You're looking for actionable stuff, things you can actually do without getting bogged down in like theory.
Yeah.
It's about how to make this feature work for growth.
And the placement alone is huge. Stories sit right at the very top of the app. That's prime digital real estate.
Can't miss it. It's the first thing you see. And because they often feel, I don't know, more raw, less polished than feed posts.
Yeah, more spontaneous. They can build a stronger connection and really drive more direct interaction. People feel closer.
And the numbers back this up, seriously. Meta put out this report. It found that 58%, that's huge, 58% of users get more interested in a brand or a creator after seeing their stories.
Wow.
And get this, those same users, they're twice as likely to actually send a DM after watching a story. Twice as likely.
That's significant engagement. It's
Yeah.
not passive viewing.
Not at all. So our mission for this deep dive is to unpack why stories are so effective for growth and, more importantly, pull out the most practical, usable tactics for you.
Okay, let's do it. Where do we start?
Right. First things first. Optimizing every single story you post. It's foundational.
Yeah, this isn't just like throw up a pretty picture and hope for the best. It's about being strategic, thinking about structure, about grabbing and holding attention. How do you make it impossible to skip?
Exactly. That first frame is critical. You've got to hook them. Think about teasers. Maybe not just showing the thing, but text saying, wait for it, or swipe up for a secret deal, Create that immediate intrigue.
Definitely. And the visual side is non-negotiable. Consistent branding, using the same fonts, your specific color palette, maybe templates, and it makes your stuff instantly recognizable in that sea of stories.
Builds that identity, right. And if you've got longer content, maybe a day in the life or a tutorial, break it down. Use multiple short clips in sequence.
Ah, yeah, that builds anticipation, makes people want to tap through to see the whole thing, like mini episodes almost.
Totally. And rhythm matters too. Posting consistently, ideally daily if you can manage it, keeps you top of mind.
It really does. You become part of their daily check-in. Think about Glossier, for example. Their daily Get Ready With Me stories became a thing people look forward to.
That's a perfect example. And look, staying consistent can be tough, but you can use Instagram's own scheduling tools or third-party ones like Later or Buffer.
Right, schedule them for those peak times, mornings, lunch breaks, evenings maybe when people are actually scrolling. Maximize your visibility.
Okay, so we've got the content optimized. Now let's talk about interaction. Using those built-in features, that's key.
Oh, absolutely. The stickers, polls, emoji sliders, question boxes, quizzes, they're not just fluff. They are gold for engagement.
Seriously. They get people to physically tap and interact. That boosts your dwell time, signals value to the algorithm, the system deciding who sees what. Engagement on stories tells that system your content is good.
It makes people pause instead of just tapping past. Like Jen Im often uses polls, which outfit, things like that.
Simple, right. But it gets people involved, gives her feedback, and boosts her story's performance. Win-win-win.
And don't just ask things at them. Turn viewers into actual participants. Ask them questions, then share your answers. Get permission first, obviously.
Yeah, shows you're listening, builds community.
Cultivate Coffee, that coffee shop, they do this well. They run this or that, flavor polls, then feature the winning drink. It drives engagement and potentially foot traffic.
Smart. And don't sleep on countdowns and reminders either. Got a sale coming up, a live stream, use that countdown sticker.
Yes. And encourage people to tap, remind me. It's like built-in FOMO, fear of missing out. They get a notification, it works.
Okay, so the story runs its 24 hours. Then what? It doesn't have to just vanish. This is where highlights come in.
Ah, yes. Turning that temporary content into permanent profile real estate. Super valuable.
Totally. Think of highlights as your greatest hits collection, right there below your bio. It's like a trailer for your account for new visitors.
Exactly. You curate them, group them by category, maybe tips, behind the scenes, FAQs, whatever makes sense for you. It offers lasting value. A fitness coach might have workouts, nutrition, client wins.
Makes sense. And the little covers for those highlights, they matter more than you might think.
Oh, definitely. Use uniform, branded covers. It looks so much more professional. Guides the eye.
Polished. And then you can actually use your new stories to point people back to your highlights, like just drop my top 5 editing hacks, check the editing tips highlight.
Cross-promotion within your own profile. Smart. Keeps people exploring.
All right, let's switch gears a bit. How do we get new eyes on these stories, people who don't follow you yet?
Okay, this is about hacking discovery. Geotags, hashtags, and story shares are your friends here.
Organic reach boosters.
Precisely. Use a smart mix of hashtags, some broad, some really niche, and definitely use location tags if relevant. This helps your story show up in the public Explore feeds for those tags or places.
Right, so like a Miami food blogger wouldn't just use hashtag food, they'd use hashtag Miami Eats and tag the specific restaurant, hit multiple angles.
Exactly. And then there's collaboration, partnering up with other creators or brands.
Story swaps or takeovers.
Yeah, find people in your niche, maybe complementary, not direct competitors, and agree to shout each other out or swap stories for a day. It exposes you to their audience.
That can be huge. I remember reading about Dewy Duo, a skincare brand, teaming up with a holistic nutritionist for like a wellness week story swap.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Apparently a 35% follower spike for them, just from that focused cross-promotion.
See? It works. And don't forget your own audience. Encourage user-generated content, or UGC.
Ask people to tag you when they use your product or whatever.
Yes, and then reshare the best ones. It's amazing social proof. Plus, it encourages others to do it too. Free marketing, basically.
Love it. Okay, so we're creating all this great story content. We're trying to get it seen. But how do we know what's actually working? What's landing?
Analytics.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to the data.
Yeah.
It's not the glamorous part, but it's essential.
Instagram insights for stories, right?
Yep. Look at reach, impressions, taps forward, leads they skip taps back, or maybe they rewatch something interesting. And crucially, exits. Where are people dropping off?
Okay, so find the pattern.
Exactly. What keeps them watching? What makes them leave?
Yeah.
Maybe videos do better than static images for you. Or maybe quizzes get way more taps than polls. You won't know unless you look.
So it's about testing and iterating. Try different things, see what the data says, then do more of what works.
Precisely. And look for correlations. Did a certain story lead to a jump in profile visits or follows? Why? We got the topic, the format, the call to action. Figure that out and replicate it.
Makes sense. Analyze, adapt, repeat. Now, are there any next level hacks for people ready to really push the growth?
Oh, for sure. We can talk advanced tactics. Think urgency, exclusivity, and stacking collaborations.
Ooh, okay. Urgency first. How does that apply to stories?
Limited time offers, promo codes that expire in 24 hours, flash sales announced only in stories, maybe a freebie for the first 50 people who swipe up, creates that immediate need to act.
Scarcity. Classic, but effective. And exclusivity.
Making your story viewers feel special. Give them something others don't get. Sneak peeks of new stuff, behind-the-scenes access, maybe follower-only Q&As hosted just in stories.
Rewards loyalty, encourages follows. Nice. And collaboration stacking, what's that?
It's doing multiple collaborations back-to-back or in quick succession. Maybe you partner with a different creator each day for a themed week.
Ah, so instead of one spike, you get continuous exposure to new audiences over several days or weeks.
Exactly. It can create some serious momentum. And a pro tip here. Make sure you and your partners actively encourage your audiences to follow each other during the collab. Reciprocity maximizes the impact.
Got it. Okay, that's a lot of great stuff. So for someone listening, how do they actually start putting this into practice? Where do they begin?
Good question. It can feel overwhelming. First step, just audit your current stories. Look back at the last, say, 20 you posted. Which one's got the most replies, profile clicks, shares? See if any themes pop out.
Okay, find your existing bright spots. Then what?
Try setting up a loose weekly schedule. Doesn't have to be rigid, but maybe plan themes. Monday polls, Wednesday tips, Friday behind the scenes, something like that. It just helps structure things.
Take some guesswork out. Makes sense.
Then pick maybe 2 new hacks we talked about. Just 2. One interactive one, like a quiz, and one discovery one, like using better hashtags or a location tag. And commit to using them consistently for, say, 2 weeks.
Just experiment with a couple things first. Don't try to do everything at once.
Exactly. And start thinking about potential collaboration partners. Make a small list, reach out to one or two, see if you can set up a simple story swap.
Plant those seeds. And finally,
Keep checking those analytics. Once a week, maybe. See what's moving the needle. Followers, engagement, reach. Let the data guide your next steps. Refine as you go.
it's an ongoing process, isn't it?
Absolutely. Instagram stories are incredibly powerful for growth, but it's not magic. It requires, a strategic approach, being thoughtful.
Yeah, it's about optimizing the content, using those interactive features, making highlights work for you, using the discovery tools smartly, analyzing results, and then maybe trying those advanced tactics when you're ready.
You nailed it. It all builds on itself.
So maybe the final thought for you listening is this. Which one strategy we talked about today are you going to try first? Just pick one.
Yeah, think about it. Consistently applying even one or two of these could really start to make a noticeable difference in your follower count.
Seriously, that next big surge in followers, it really could be just one well-crafted strategic Instagram story away.